The bustle of the traffic as you pass the old town hall, people taking pictures as they stroll around the wall. Fountains, bridges, traffic lights, yes, you will see them all when you jump aboard the Chester City bus. History surrounds you as you're slowly passing through. You will see the whole thing from a different point of view. Look across the racecourse and observe the scenery. Through the leafy treetops you can see the River Dee. The distant hills of Wales stretch as far as you can see when you jump aboard a Chester City bus. A glimpse of a canal boat almost takes you by surprise. Blinking you will miss it pass beneath the Bridge of Sighs. A passing Roman soldier makes you disbelieve your eyes when you jump aboard the Chester City bus. History surrounds you as you're slowly passing through. You will see the whole thing from a different point of view. Pavements full of shoppers to the left and to the right. Rows of crooked cottages displayed in black and white. You will get a bird's eye view of everything in sight when you jump aboard the Chester City bus. Underneath the archways with their stones of silver grey, past the parks and gardens with their flowers on display, you can touch the overhanging leaves along the way when you jump aboard the Chester City bus.
On reaching Foregate Street, we can look back and see the East Gate clock from yet another angle. This is pure Chester, which we slowly leave behind as we come to the end of another fascinating journey. The rather bumpy journey through the city is proof that the Roman designers failed to allow for future open-top buses on their roads. Shame on them. We can now return to the waterfront and take a stroll across the Queen's Park Suspension Bridge. The original bridge, built in 1852, was eventually demolished and replaced in 1923 by this one. It is a wonderful example of engineering and adds to the beauty and personality of the nearby groves. On a sunny day, the groves offer a peaceful oasis away from the noise and bustle of the town, and is very therapeutic. We have now seen Chester from the wall and the top of a bus, but we can't possibly leave without seeing it from the river. So let's jump aboard a cruise boat and take a well-earned rest as we go cruising down the Dee.
The paddle boats and colourful canoes around the weir, the bridge reflected in the water's flow. Fishermen on grassy banks and swans which disappear behind the many types of craft moored in a row. The park in all its splendour lets its flowers catch the breeze, the familiar tower of the old town hall. The old Edwardian bandstand rests amongst the swaying trees as it looks back on the Roman city wall. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee. The rowing clubs along the bank as you go sailing by, a landing stage with many a tale to tell. Churches with their distant steeples pointing to the sky, the cathedral everybody knows so well. A footpath and the green grass of the meadow sweetly blend with the cows which stand and graze contentedly. Buttercups and daisies make a momentary friend of a butterfly or passing bumblebee. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee. The overhanging trees will greet you all along the way as tiny frogs and water lilies hide. You can see the stately houses with their gardens on display, sloping steeply to the lapping waterside. The ducklings paddling up and down the waves will make you grin as Heron Bridge comes slowly into view. If you choose to rest a while, you'll find a welcome inn for a tasty bite to eat and drink or two. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee.
The River Dee begins its long journey at Bala Lake and flows through some of the most beautiful Welsh and English countryside. A peaceful cruise is the perfect way to conclude our visit to Chester.
The swallows skim the water as you slowly make your way past the eerie haunted house upon the hill. You'll hear a blackbird singing from a branch not far away, while a watching heron stands completely still. As Eaton's woodland stretches out in all its majesty, the stately hall and clock tower can be seen. At Eccleston the ferry turns a page of history, resting in its many shades of green. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee. Beneath the iron bridge with all its elegance you pass, while above the missel thrush and robins fly. And Alford village can be seen with all its rural class, as cottages of sandstone greet the eye. The hawthorn and the bramble hedges line the waterway, watching all the rippling waves you make. You'll see a bulrush dance away the hours of the day as you leave it swaying gently in your wake. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee. With farms and houses way behind, you'll see for far and wide as the beauty of the borderland unveils. Looking to the left, you'll see the English countryside. To the right, the fields and villages of Wales. Fondant with its river bridge, the ancient church at Holt, where you can almost hear the strawberries grow. The castle which can be admired from every single boat as they're slowly passing to and fro. Cruising down the Dee, there's so much for you to see. If you like peace and tranquility, try cruising down the Dee.
So there it is, a city which has been around for a long, long time, but which never loses its charm. There really is nowhere quite like it.
Chester City on the River Dee, Chester City, steeped in history, quaint and pretty, ancient and new. Chester City welcomes you. The water flows peacefully over the weir on its way out to the sea. Watching the boats from the bridge on a sunny day's where I like to be. The promenade, bandstand and cobblestone street, sloping grass verges where fishermen meet. Elegant swans make the picture complete in all their majesty. Chester City on the River Dee, Chester City, steeped in history, quaint and pretty, ancient and new. Chester City welcomes you. Stroll back in time through the towers and gateways along the city wall. Visit the rows of magnificent shops or a simple market stall. See the cathedral reach up to the sky. See how the clock catches everyone's eye. After a stroll in the park you'll see why. To me it has it all. Chester City on the River Dee, Chester City, steeped in history, quaint and